Piru. Halo semua. Wah, itu gue nyelamatin gitu. Nah, oke semua, halo. Kembali dengan saya Azure di channel Azure CH ya kan. Yang terus ganti nama. Dan hari ini kita akan membahas tentang Genshin Impact 2.6 ya. Ya kan harusnya 2.6 Genshin Impact update. Masih 9 hari lagi sih, 10 hari lah ininya lah, 10 hari ya 10 harian lah. Masih ada seminggu buat teman-teman yang pengen ngepul Baal loh ya, si Raiden Shogun silakan. Yang BT-nya masih 50 bisa lah, 10 600 nggak bisa deh sebenarnya sih. Tapi ya seminggu lagi, sekitaran seminggu lebih 3 hari gitu kan. Itu Genshin Impact update ya. Nah, kita akan membahasnya untuk hari ini. Kita langsung aja kita mulai. Cepret ya. Halo Ahmad, halo Patrick gitu kan. Patrick, tadi aku baru mau pengen nonton gitu kan. Pengen nonton tapi kayak nanti aja lah sambil ngobrol sama kalian gitu loh. Jadi dalam 14 jam yang nonton udah 600.000 orang. Gila, langsung aja kita nonton. Versi 2.6 ya kan. Kita zoom kita ini aja.
Really cool to be able to be
Ini
a
versi
part
Inggris ya,
of
jadi kalian
gaggle of people at the table this time.
Ntar nge-lag.
I'm excited. This is my first time being here, and I think this is the first time we get to introduce.
Nah, ada. Kita full screen gitu kan, biar kalian juga enak juga nontonnya. Langsung aja kita nonton. Genshin Session 2.6 itu namanya adalah Zephyr of the Violet Garden ya. Gila namanya.
Because we've got a lot of exciting new content to cover today. So how about we get things started with a first look at the trailer for version 2.6. Zephyr
80 aja lah, 720 pengen mati. Oke, kita lihat. Kode readernya udah di expired. Udah kan. Allah, klik. Kok kenapa? Wah, ini tanda-tanda nih. Harusnya kemarin kamu ngeridem gitu kan. Karena itu kan biasanya kan kode readernya kan validnya untuk sehari gitu. Enggak kayak beberapa hari, sehari doang. Pas streamingnya Genshin keluar, ya itu sehari itu. Kayak gitu. Jadi untung aku udah dapat gitu. Ini klinik kenapa nih tiba-tiba Kli masuk nih? Wah, jangan-jangan Riran. Apa nih? Oke, Kli masukin Azuma. Pengen ngebom, Bo. Hah? Ada festival. Oke. Shinkyu, oke. Ayo. Ih lucu deh, raidernya kayak gini lucu. Wah, ini mesti dijual nih. Boneka kayak gini nih. Boneka apa namanya? Lupa gue. Boneka chibi gini loh. Mesti dijual tuh sama 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 Vtuber atau Genshin tuh mesti dijual itu berapa 1 juta biasanya gitu. Atau 500 ribuan lah gituan. Dijual itu uang. Ini kenapa rata Kito di sini? Wah, jangan-jangan Toma. Albedo, oke. Fenty ngapain? Mabuk lagi Fenty. Iya beneran loh. Mabuk tuh Fenty. Fenty ini Ayaka. Ayat tuh. Lihatnya apaan tuh? Apaan tuh? Gila ganteng bet. Ikemen. Sebentar. Bentar, aku mundur dulu bentar. Ini pedang ya? Pedang dong. Cowok, Fenty cowok. Pedang kan? Si Ayato, Ayato ini kan pedang kan harusnya kan. Soalnya aku kemarin kan dapat Akamuro, Amakuro, apapun itulah. Claymore loh. Gue kira pedang loh. Wah ini. Padahal bedo. Ayato ini. Ikemen banget. Jadi pengen dapet. Apakah ada yang lain? Aduh. Ini The Chasm. Oh berarti bareng. Enggak sih. Ini mesti The Chasm mesti setelah update ini. Jadi 2.6 kan biasanya kan ada 2 part kan. Nah, part 1 tuh mesti di Inazuma, part 2 baru ke The Chasm mesti. Kayak gitu mesti.
Regarding the portal network are correct, then the fact that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order.
Nah, ini baru jalan keluar harusnya.
As the Hilly Trolls go in, they never emerge again. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order.
Abyss Order? Ada bos baru kah?
More than one kind of strange power exists here. That it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every move.
Ya, ketemu. Aduh, lawannya pedang itu burukan. Oh, deadlift.
Brace yourselves.
Ngelawan itu. Oh, ini deadlift. Deadlift. Siapa sih namanya? Deadlift. Itulah. Enggak. Oke. Kok banyak banget ya spoiler ya. Aduh, kok banyak banget spoilernya. Ini redemption-nya. Tuh kan sampai 2239 ya kemarin ya. Ini kan 20 kan. Enggak. UTC plus min 4. Kita plus 8. Jadi ini mesti sebelumnya ini. Tuh, jadi terlambat buat kamu yang pengen nge-redeem nih. Ini mesti sebelum reset nih.
Wow, so intense.
That was pretty epic. That festival was beautiful, and then straight into the chasm, and
I know.
The
Things
chasm.
got dark real fast in that trailer.
It's like everybody was having a lot of fun, and then it's serious time with
yeah,
that music.
and an introduction by Kamisato Ayato.
Yes,
Of course, of course.
our new character. And as always, speaking of Ayato, let's dive in
Halo
by
Ryu
taking a
Kuchi,
look
halo.
at our new
Halo,
playable
sampai datang di channel tuh ya, enjoy.
Kamisato Ayato.
Kami satu Ayato, oke. Kakaknya si Ayaka. Minumnya boba, oke. Anak zaman now ini dia. Halo. Iya, itu pedangnya apaan? Pedang 5 kan? Oke, basic attack-nya gitu. Charge-nya gitu, oke. Elemental skill kan? Enggak tuh. Ini burst. Burstnya kayak ganyu. Saritsa udah keluar. Saritsa siapa? Itu burst. Itu pasti burst.
Most people hunker down against a strong headwind. Only a few know how to utilize it to their advantage.
Enggak. Ini ikeman banget sih. ya mesti Jepang gitu sih.
Ooh, looking pretty sleek.
That voice, though.
Ishida Akira.
Powerful yet elegant.
Apa Ishida Akira
Say.
saha?
Ah,
Ayato gak bisa charge attack kayaknya kalau nggak pakai skill E duluan. Ya kayaknya gitu sih. Iya. Skillnya tuh yang cepet. Sarisa Archon Cryo. Cryo ya. Belum ya.
man, his moves look so cool.
Iya, bener. Ganteng banget sih Hayato nih.
That like flashy thing in there.
Ikemen sih.
That's so cool.
Love it. I love his elegance as he fights and moves. Really, all of his animations feel very elegant to me. And
Yeah.
did you guys catch him drinking boba
Boba
tea too?
tea. Minum boba dia.
Anytime's a good time for boba. Just saying.
Anytime go time for boba.
Wait, where did you even get that from?
Shh. Kamisato family. No, Kamisato family secret.
What?
What?
If you're really wondering, in-game Ayato buys his milk tea from a little food stall in Inazuma City.
Benar.
Find that place.
Benar. Kalau misalkan nanti aku tunjukin deh di mananya.
You know, but it's quirks like that Ayato has that
bener
makes
gak ya? Tapi
people wonder if
rumornya
he's
di
kind of
situ,
spoiled
rumornya.
even though he's served as the head of the Kamisato clan for some time now. For example, he always gives any defective-looking food he makes to Toma and...
Toma.
Hey, the Kamisato clan has an image to keep up, okay?
You're right.
Well, I think we can all feel sorry for Toma now.
Toma jadi babu. Pur Toma.
Speaking of which, the first impression many of us ever had of Ayato was actually from Ito's character teaser. He was that mysterious voice at the end of the video.
Actually, it turns out that Ito has a pretty good opinion of Ayato. I mean, Ito even calls him bro.
That's interesting because I'm curious how those two could possibly get along.
Masa aku nggak ketemu lu?
He's real and simple and down to earth.
Down to earth.
But all it takes is a few words from Ayato, and Ito's super inspired and ready to take on any challenge.
Ayato does have that effect on people. For those who don't know, he came to the position as the head of the Kamisato clan at a very young age and was able to bring the clan back to its feet while facing some huge difficulties at the time. And while we're on the subject of Ayato, Chris, why don't you give us a closer look at some of his skills?
Oke,
Sure,
skillnya kita lihat. Aku pengen lihat. Aku belum lihat loh. Aku belum lihat.
Kamisato Ayato wields a sword and is a master
sword,
of
bener kan?
Kamisato art Tachijutsu, just like his sister. However, what sets him apart is his Hydro Vision. In combat, Ayato can unleash large AoE damage in a short amount of time and is capable of increasing the effects of his team's normal attacks. After using his elemental skill, Kamisato Art Kyoka, Ayato shifts positions to enter the Takimeguri Kanka state and leaves a watery illusion at his original
Tarta gila. si child, oke.
location. The watery illusion can
Elementasnya
explode,
gitu.
dealing AoE hydro damage.
Hah?
In the Takimeguri Kanka state, Ayato's normal attacks become Shunsuiken, which are like quick watery blades capable of dealing AoE hydro damage. After a Shunsuiken attack hits an opponent, it will grant Ayato the Namisen effect, increasing the damage dealt by Shunsuiken based on Ayato's current max HP.
Halo di channel
The
halo.
Takimeguri Kanka state
Selamat datang
will
di
be cleared
channelku.
when Ayato leaves the field or when he uses his elemental skill again.
So, sounds like we better be careful if we don't want to accidentally cancel a state.
Exactly. Next, he has a passive talent, Kamisato Art Mine wo Matoishi
Oke,
Kiyotaki,
pasifnya.
which means lucid rapid spiraling the summit, in case you were wondering.
In case you
With this
wondering.
talent, when Ayato uses his elemental skill and when the water illusion explodes, he will gain a set amount of Namisen stacks.
Namisen
Ayato's
stat.
elemental burst, Kamisato Art Suyu, will unveil a garden of purity in
Halo Rika,
which
halo.
bloom water blades will rain down and attack opponents within its AoE.
Ini kayak ganyo, ini
sounds
kayak
pretty.
ganyo. Ini kayak ganyo.
Gorgeous.
Hujan anjir.
This will increase the normal attack damage of characters within that AoE. After unlocking another passive talent, Kamisato Art Michiyuku Hagetsu, if Ayato is not on the field and his energy is low, he will regenerate a set amount of energy at regular intervals. In daily life, Ayato's more indulgent side tends to come out from time to time. With his passive talent, Kamisato Art Daily Cooking, when Ayato cooks a dish perfectly, he has a set chance to receive an additional suspicious dish of the same type.
Aduh,
Which I'm
suspicious
pretty sure he
teams.
just turns and sends straight to Toma.
Oh,
Yup.
Oh,
Suspicious
wait!
team berarti
Guys, I
hutau.
get it now. That's why Toma could eat all the strange stuff during the hot pot game before. He's had a lot of practice eating weird things.
oh, no wonder. That makes so much sense now.
Hutau kalau masak gagal juga soalnya. Udah gitu aja intinya.
In all seriousness, though, I think that the passive
Gak bisa
talent
masak kayak tuh.
it's really simple, but it's
Kasihan
pretty
Toma berarti
interesting.
emang ya. Toma
Alright,
disuruh makan
so
ituan.
let's talk about how travelers can get Kamisato Ayato in the new version.
Yep, it's time to dive
Ah.
into
Ini aku baru tahu ya. Ini mohon maaf ya untuk teman-teman yang belum kalian tahu. Biasanya itu karakter baru tuh biasanya sendiri. Ya ibarat kata kayak Yamiko kemarin, ya hari ini gitu. Yamiko kan sendiri, habis itu yang kedua fase kedua itu baru karakter rerun kan. Nah, ini baru nih. Ini baru Kamisato Ayato yang baru rilis itu kan. Azure Excursion, wow namaku. Data Kamisato di Azure ya. Oke. Tapi ini baru pertama kalinya karakter baru tuh digabungkan dengan Fenty, dengan rerun gitu loh. Ya ini aku kalau misalkan pengen ngepull, aku nggak ngepull Fenty sih. Mungkin aku bakal ngepull Ayato mungkin kalau dapat Ayato buat apa nambah PT gitu kan, buat besoknya kalau misalkan Kazuha keluar baru saya ngepullnya Kazuha gitu kan. Habis itu kalau misalkan Kamisato Ayato Ayaka mungkin aku enggak sih, skip sih aku mungkin.
coming
Gitu.
event wishes.
Sambil makan guys.
Ayato will be available for the earlier part of version
Mungkin makannya
2.6
beginian.
via the Azure
What the hell?
Excursion event wish. At the same time, Venti will also be available via his own event wish called Ballad in Goblets.
All right, we're getting another Venti rerun.
Yeah!
And that's not all. In the later part of version 2.6, Kamisato Ayaka will be returning for her first rerun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As for the new weapon event wish,
Bagus banget namanya. Haran Geppaku Futsu
travelers
namanya.
will see an all-new
Senjatanya si
Inazuma 5-star
Ayato.
sword called Haran Geppaku Futsu. So be sure to keep an eye out for that as well. In version 2.6, Kamisato Ayato's very own story quest, Cypress's
Ada quest baru. Bagus. Bagus. Jadi nanti bakalan ada story quest untuk apa? Si Ayato, jadi alhamdulillah ada cerita baru gitu tuh.
Custos chapter will also be available for travelers to play through, as the Sakoku decree has been lifted and Inazuma is welcome.
Kok seneng bang? Berarti kita bisa nyobain gimana cara pakainya Ayato gitu. Kan biasanya kalau misalkan story quest gitu kan, kita kan dapat kesempatan gratis misalkan kayak rata-rata di domain sih. Kecuali kalau Ganyu itu kan dulu kan Ganyu itu kan pas kita story quest dia tuh kan nyobainnya karena lagi ujian sama Xiao. Diuji sama Xiao, jadinya kita kayak gak di domain gitu. Sedangkan yang lain rata-rata tuh di domain semua. Nah, aku pengen lihat Ayato tuh nanti artefaknya apa, habis itu senjatanya mungkin butuhnya apa gitu.
In a new era of
Pedang
progress,
sih, wah
the
pedang agak
Tenryo
sulit
and
juga sih.
Kanjo commissions are presented with a rare, joyous occasion. But beneath the surface of this happy time, trouble is stirring. As head of the Yashiro Commission, Ayato will find himself in an unusual position. Everybody can look forward to exploring all of this amazing new story.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Loh guys, bener ada di
really cool,
2.6.
especially,
Gak tau. Kita lihat dulu.
Traveler and Ayato meeting for the
Aku
very
belum lihat,
first time.
bener-bener aku belum lihat
Yeah,
apa update
it's gonna be
2.6
so
tuh apa aja belum lihat aku.
exciting. If you're looking
Oke, kita
forward
coba
to
lihat
playing
dulu
this new
gitu.
story quest,
Sambil
then just
aku
remember
sambil
to save
makan
up those
soalnya.
story
Maaf.
keys.
You know I will.
All right, now that we've seen the new character coming our way, let's jump into the all-new area travelers will be able to explore in version 2.6.
Ini.
In our previous special program, we gave everyone a sneak preview of the new
Bentar,
area.
bentar. Kencing dulu bentar. 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 I'll be back in a minute. Wait. Oke, lanjut. Bentar. Hup. Coba deh. Anda dalam sehari bisa ngumpulin 1000 primo. 1000 primo? Semoga ya, kalau bisa gitu sih enak sih. Ya kan udah di refill belum? Belum sih. Kalau misalkan yang official belum sih. Apa nih? Wah, letter buku salah pencet. Oke. The Chasm. Area baru.
Let's watch a quick trailer to see what travelers can expect to encounter during their adventures in this new area.
Let's go.
Oke, yang bisa kita dapatkan di The Chasm ini apa aja kita lihat coba. Oke. Ini mesti banyak material sih ini sih. Beneran. Oke, ini masih domain baru. Itu pasti. Ada pohon itu aku ingetin pohon klaim reward soalnya. Kayak itu ya. Wih. Ya, ngelawannya begituan. Bosnya apa deh? Dah. Di sini ada bos. Oke, itu bos. Itu udah pasti bos. Ini udah pasti bos baru. Karena pastilah, ya kan? Setiap ada tempat baru gitu kan, atau ya ibarat kata tempat baru gitu loh. Map baru pasti bukan gimana ya? Ada tempat baru pasti ada bos baru gitu. Nanti malam live gak apa? Ntar malam tuh tergantung cuaca sih. Kalau misalkan hujan, aku live. Kalau nggak hujan, aku nggak live. Oke, gitu aja. Jadi 50-50 nih. Aku belum bisa memastikan juga sih. Jadi cuaca sih. Oke. Bosnya itu pasti yang gelinding-gelindingannya itu pasti bos itu. Kalau enggak, waduh, ngelawan begituan sih kesel gua. Dan juga biasanya ya, ini mungkin omonganku doang atau gimana, tapi kalau bener ya masya Allah gitu loh. Misal kita dapat jalan. Biasanya kan kalau misalkan kita mau nge-scan atau mau nge-up karakter kan butuh material boss kan. Nah, kita harus ngelawan itu mesti. Beneran deh. Dugaanku gitu sih. Ayolah. Kayak biasanya kayak gitu kan. Pasti ada bos-bos yang butuh dimelawan kan. Ibarat kata kayak sekarang beberapa update kan, misalkan yang aku tahu ya, Yamiko juga sih. Si Raiden Sokun atau Baal dia harus melawan Thunder Manifestom. Oke. Ya itu ibarat kata kayak bos lah. Bos di Amakumo Peak gitu kan. Habis itu ada Yamiko disuruh ngelawan dua kucing burukan itu ya kan. Yang notabene tuh masya Allah gitu loh bagiku. Tuh. Dan apalagi talentnya tuh butuh ngelawan Raiden Shogun tuh. Mati tuh. Berarti
Yeah, I just don't want to run into that monster though. It was kind of scary.
So cool.
Tapi Yelan masih bukan dihabisin. Maksudnya bakal di reveal nanti sih Yelan sih. Ini bakalan ada story baru sih kayaknya.
While exploring the deep
kayaknya ada story baru sih. Apaan tuh?
To aid them in exploration. This gadget will illuminate the darkness, allowing everyone to explore even the darkest of places.
Lampu ada senternya tuh, oke.
Travelers will be able to enhance the Lumenstone adjuvant to increase its capabilities. Doing so will also allow travelers to explore more efficiently and will even grant us a variety of rewards, including a 4-star weapon billet and an all-new name card.
Dapat pet gratis, bayar.
Travelers will
artefak apa lagi ini? Masya Allah. Ya, artefak. Waduh. Oke, artefak Vermilion Hereafter. Oke, 2 piece attack 18. Oke, seperti biasa kayak gladiator. 4 piece after using an elemental burst, this character will get the Nescent like effect. Increase their attack by 8% for 16 detik. Oke. When the character HP decrease, their attack will further increase by 10%. Oke, 10%. This increase can occur this way maksimum 4 kali, berarti 4 stack gitu kan. Jadi 40% attack nambah. This effect can be triggered once every 0,8 0,8. Jadi lagi enggak tuh domainnya. Makanya ini aku bacaan ya. Dan juga nyoba-nyoba. Nascent like will be dispelled when the character leave the field. If an elemental burst is used again during the duration of nascent, the original nascent like will be dispelled. Hah? Berarti kalau misalkan kita gunain elemental burst, jebret elemental burst, karakternya bakalan intinya tuh nambah attack-nya 8% per 16 detik, ya kan? Tapi ketika HP-nya berkurang atau maksa HP-nya berkurang gitu kan, kena hit atau apapun, kayak when the character HP decrease gitu kan. Jadi kalau misalkan kena hit, jebret, attack-nya tuh nambah 10%. Nah, itu tuh bisa 4 kali dan ke triggernya per 0,8 detik. Berarti per 1 detik dia nambah lagi attack-nya. Jadi full potensialnya untuk artefak ini tuh di berapa detik ya? 4 kurangin 6 12 ya 10 detik lah. 10 detik tuh berarti official dong. Efisiensi untuk artefaknya nih biar attack-nya nambah 40% gitu. Ya, ketika kita pindah ke karakter efeknya nih hilang. Nah, kalau misalkan dia gunain elemental burst lagi, balik lagi. Jadi ini gunanya buat elemental burst gitu. Itu yang Vermilion here after gitu kan, yang atas ya, yang atas teman-teman. Kalau yang bawah, Echoes of an Overing. Oke, attack-nya 18 sama 4 piece. When normal attack hits opponent, there is chance 36% 36 chance that it will trigger valorant, which will increase normal attack damage. Udah ini buat Ayato. Udah ini buat Ayato sih. Ya ini buat Ayato sih. Anjir 70%, Pak. Hah? Normal attack 70. Ini ya bisa jadi Ayato, bisa pakai Gilan kan katanya kan juga dia kayak mungkin hampir mirip kayak Yoimiya ya. Yoimiya itu kan kalau udah elemental skill ya udah kita nembak dia bakalan damage-nya jadi piro gitu kan. Tapi ya kayak gitulah. Apa nih temen gue Seven Neck, aduh gue udah enggak main Seven Neck. Iya kayak gitu, kayak nolobo masya Allah, nolobo siji cuk. Anjing, nolobo cuk. Mangan sate nolobo cuy. Masya Allah. Gue belum lihat loh. Ya bayar dong. Tapi ya kayak gitu. Ya ini terus lanjutin. This effect will be built despite 0, normal attack deals damage. If a normal attack fails to trigger valorant, the odds of it triggering the next time will increase 20%. Jadi kalau misalkan kita gagal nge-trigger valorant-nya atau pasifnya artefak, selanjutnya nanti bakalan nambah lagi increase-nya 20% gitu. Jadi 56. Jadi itu kalau misalkan kita gagal nih, kita pertama gebuk-gebuk gagal nge-trigger. Habis itu kita dapat buff lagi nih 50 jadi 56%. Gagal lagi sih, itu berarti hokinya kurang sih.
Also discover a
Ayato
brand new
sih.
artifact
Ini artefak
domain called
Ayato
the Lost
sih.
Valley.
Ya enggak sih?
Inside the domain, you'll discover a mysterious environment as boundless and majestic as the chasm itself. Completing the challenge in this domain will award travelers with artifacts from the Vermilion Hereafter and echoes of an offering artifact sets. And what would be a new area without some new story content?
Yay!
In addition to everything we've covered so far,
Ada story
a
baru,
new
oke.
storyline will be taking place down in the chasm.
It's gonna be cool.
Yes. With version 2.6, the new Archon quest, Requiem of the Echoing Depths, will become available for travelers to continue their adventures. Everyone who's been following the story of our favorite twins will definitely be excited for this one, me included. And if that isn't enough, the one and only Dainsliff will also be making another appearance during the story.
Nah, ini penjelasannya adalah ininya gini. Dulu kan sebelum kita ke Inazuma atau setelahnya gue lupa. Kita tuh dikabarin sama siapa gitu lupa. Bahwa di monster tuh ada yang pernah lihat orang wajahnya tuh mirip, ciri-ciri tuh mirip sama kayak apa yang kita cari. Misalkan kita pakai ether, kita oh ada Nakotoshi, halo Angga, halo Nakotoshi, atau si Angga, halo Angga. Semakin dekat ether dengan adiknya, yes, ya itu. Jadi kan pas kita dapat laporan, di Mosa tuh ada orang yang ngelihat ciri-cirinya tuh kayak ether. Kalau aku kan pakai lumin kan, ciri-cirinya kayak ether. Kalau kita nggak pakai ether, cirinya kayak lumin gitu, karena rambutnya pirang, terus dia dari entah berantah gitu loh kan. Ciri-cirinya kan kayak gitu kan. Pas kita ketemu si ini, ternyata bukan, ternyata si dying slave itulah ininya lah. Nah pas kita di salah satu domain, nah itu di saat itu kita ketemu dengan kakak ether atau enggak lumin ya, tergantung kalian makanya apa gitu. Yang penting kita ketemu dengan saudara kita gitu, atau saudari kita gitu loh. Dari situ kan mulai kayak kita percaya bahwa kita tuh masih bisa ketemu gitu loh, jadi gitu.
It's been a pretty long time since we've
Makanya
seen Dainsleif.
Umi kan tadi kan ngomong kan, si Aether kan ngomong kan pas ceritanya Dainsleif ini, apakah mungkin aku akan bertemu dengan my little sister gitu kan, mungkin gitu loh. I'm excited gitu dia.
Be meeting up with Dainsleif in the dark depths of the chasm to investigate some ancient ruins together. Throughout the quest, we'll be learning a lot more about Conria as well as the Abyss. It will be a truly unforgettable adventure as we will uncover secrets of the past together.
So you're saying it'll be a bit of a cliffhanger?
Cliffhanger.
Switch it dead.
And in addition to the Archon quest and world quests,
Dia mungkin
there are still
sepengetahuan aja
many
sih.
mysteries that remain hidden in the depths of the chasm. There will be much more for travelers to experience in the
Iya,
chasm
makan
with
gila.
future version updates. So please look forward to that.
I know I will.
Suara lagi.
But this seems like a pretty good time to pause for a moment and take in everything we've seen about version 2.6 so far.
Yeah.
And get some primo gems.
Oh,
Yes.
agreed. Sounds good to
Udah
me.
lewat.
Ready, everyone? Here you go.
Yes.
Udah lewat, Primo Gamesnya udah lewat. Kemarin harusnya. Penti. Baru melihat sekarang Ether bisa ngomong. Ngomong tuh pas itu doang, pas di misinya itu doang. Dia ngomong. Gitu kan, pas dia ngerilas. Nissan gitu kan. Ya tergantung voice actornya sih. Aku kan pakai Jepang kan. Terus aku pakai Lumen, jadi kan kayak Nissan gitu, kayak Nissan. Gitu kan kayak yang ngomong malah itunya orangnya gitu. Eula Riram lagi masih lama kan ya di leak-nya. Jadi Eula Riram ya, itu kalau misalkan Cilde udah Riram. Tarta gila Riram lagi 2 kali itu udah. Baru Tarta gila tuh yang 3 kali ntar. Saya sama gue. Lanjut gitu ya. Kita udah hangus. Oke. Karena udah hangus itu idem code-nya.
Welcome back, everyone.
Oke. Ternyata salah ya. Emang ngomongnya pengen bisa ngomong sumpah. Hater. Ya gini. Dulu kan ada rumor kan. Dulu ada rumor, bukan rumor, kayak misalkan biasanya gini, misalkan Genshin tuh update gitu, update versi atau update next patch gitu kan, misalkan update fase kedua, fase ke-1 gitu kan, dia tuh biasanya ngasih senjata karakter gitu kan, biasanya ngasih gratis gitu di event. Dulu kita pernah dapat Xiangling gitu kan, habis itu ada senjata Xiangling lagi, karakter lagi, karakternya yang bisa pilih tuh yang di Liyue tuh yang bisa milih tuh antara 8 atau berapa, aku ada videonya, silahkan tonton gitu kan. Itu kan bisa milih kan. Itu kita domba udah lewat. Itu kemarin pas Tatang muncul. Ini ngomong gini kan. Kemarin kan di Liyue kan, halo Rizia, halo. Kembali sama datang, oke. Kemarin kan di Liyue kan kita dapat karakter bisa milih gratis kan. Salah satu dari 4 karakter dari berapa karakter yang bintang 4 gitu kan di Liyue gitu kan. Nah, habis itu di patch selanjutnya kita dapat senjata gratis, yaitu yang kita harus nyelesain yang kegelapan di Enkanomia kegelapan, yang kita harus nyalain, habis itu ngelawan 2 kucing yang galak, yang harus hard gitu kan, atau yang normal bisa pun, yang penting kita bisa mengalahkan dan kita dapat senjatanya gratis gitu loh. Senjata kokomi sebenarnya itu sih, senjata kokomi ya kan, ya gue milih ya itu kan. Nah habis itu ada yang ngasih tahu kan, kalau misalkan mungkin update selanjutnya tuh Genshin itu ngasih karakter gratis gitu kan, yang pasti karakter gratisnya itu berhubungan dengan Inazuma. Tuh ngomongnya kayak gitu. Karena ya biasa lah ya kan, eventnya kan emang khususnya di Inazuma kan. Ternyata Shinkyu.
Next, we'll be
Shinkyu
introducing
C1
a new
gue.
event for everyone
Let's go.
called Hues of the Violet
Gue
Garden.
gak guna Shinkyu sih, tapi gak apa-apa lah.
Right. So, as we mentioned at the start of
Tapi
the
kok
program, there will be a
pada
festival
bilangnya bukan Shinkyu, Toma dulu.
taking place in
Pada
Inazuma.
ngomongnya Toma karena
The theme of this event
ya
goes
yang
hand in
apa
hand with the
karakter
festival
yang
being organized by the Yashiro
bintang 4
Commission
yang
and
bagus,
Yaimiko.
yang playable di
With the
situ cuma
festival
Toma.
focusing on culture and creativity, travelers will not
Yang mana jatahnya kayaknya gue nggak ada gue. Ntar gue
only
lihat,
have the
nanti
opportunity to
aku
meet
liatin deh.
guests hailing from other
Yang pasti
nations,
sampah.
but also finally see some familiar faces again.
Aduh,
Oh, okay. I'm
kenapa nih Yoimiya ketemu Klee nih pengen buat bom kali ini gue.
pretty interested to see what Yoimiya and
Yang satu
Klee are
bom,
up to.
yang
That
satu
seems like a
kembang
pretty
api,
interesting
udah
combo.
gak pusingku cowok tapi
me
kayak
too.
cewek. Iya
I'm
juga sih.
excited to go around
Toma
and see
underrated banget sih
everybody.
emang,
Yeah.
makanya.
Ito
Nah ini
doing?
nih si Toma, karena banyak yang
Easy
bilang,
for doing.
banyak yang ngomong mungkin Toma gitu,
Well,
karena emang
throughout the event, we'll be
apa
experiencing some
karakter
interesting
yang di
stories
Inazuma
alongside
bintang
those
4 tuh yang
characters
aku
at
tahu
the
cuma
festival.
Toma sih. Apa sih yang
And
bintang
there
4?
may even be some
Apa?
unexpected characters making an appearance.
Yang bener
Nice.
yang apa muncul sekilas
travelers
tuh
will have to wait
Toma.
and see who
Ya
shows
aku.
up this time.
As we
Kojo
progress
SARA
through the
gitu kan, Kojo
storyline, we'll
SARA.
have the opportunity
Kojo SARA gara-gara mungkin kurang hype gitu loh. Toma yang nge-hype.
to enjoy a variety
Ayat
of Iridori
ini si
festival
siapa
games. There are a total
saya.
of 4
Aduh
different kinds
saya.
of event gameplay, so let's take a closer look.
First, we have the Moon and Stars Inscribe.
Apa
Travelers
lagi
will meet a
tuh?
bard from Mondstadt in search of inspiration among Inazuma's unique landscapes. During the event, travelers can gain a poetic theme and take pictures based on the hints to submit to
Tomaku
the
nggak
commission.
kubet sama.
The more pictures we
Sama,
supply,
Tomaku
the easier it will be for them to
berapa gitu
compose
udah
more
ngebodo
lines of
amat gua.
poetry. Travelers can then choose the lines they prefer and help complete the composition.
All right, sounds easy enough. I'm sure our travelers can handle this one.
Oh, for sure. Experienced travelers who are familiar with the map and terrain will definitely be able to quickly find the best spots for photos.
Our next event gameplay will be a familiar one for our audience. It's Mechanicus. I'm sure many of you have already played this game, and this time around there will be some new twist to the game.
Ini suruh ngapain?
Komakata is promoting the latest version of Theater Mechanicus, and in such a large
Suruh ngapain?
international
Udah
cultural event,
ininya suruh ngapain?
there's been some
Ya,
innovations made to
festival
attract
kayak
the
Liu
attention
kah?
of the organizers and visitors.
Kalau kayak gitu boleh sih.
In the all-new Theater Mechanicus stage of
The hell is this?
each stage will have its own special stage features. Travelers will need to work these features into their strategy to swiftly clear each challenge.
What's also different this time around is that travelers will need to equip wondrous sticks before entering each stage. This will be a real test for our ability to make combinations.
Baru aja di banner Kokome malah dapat ras, padahal pengen banner.
The game mode has
Ras ya.
also been streamlined to reduce the amount of time required to play. Upon
Apaan?
entering a stage, travelers will find some mechanici that have already been placed. You may choose to modify or dismantle them, or build more mechanici around them
Oh, tower defense.
to create optimum
Yeah,
combinations
gak sih?
that will swiftly handle
Iya
enemies
tower
coming your
defense tuh,
way.
what the hell?
Our third event mode is called Clash of Lone Blades.
Tower
which is an
defense.
all-new
Aku,
challenge centered
halo
around
bang,
sword
aku fans
fighting.
kamu, aku sekuatan
After
kamu. Terima
unlocking
kasih
this
Guren.
game mode, a new duel against a
Apaan
swordmaster with unique
lagi?
abilities will unlock each day. During the challenge, players will control the traveler and will be unable to use their elemental skill and elemental burst, but instead can use an all-new parry mechanic. Performing a
Apalagi
parry
the
will
well,
allow you to take a
well.
defensive stance and reduce incoming damage.
Oke,
Travelers may
oke.
focus and master the timing to perform a perfect parry, which will give you the upper hand in the challenge.
Ini butuh ketepatan sih.
Pretty
Isinya
challenging.
tang biru semua. Yoi.
It's also worth mentioning that our final and strongest opponent for this
Karena
challenge
kalian
happens
adalah
to be someone who
my
had
slave
no
gitu kan,
choice
my
but to join
budak.
the competition due to difficult financial circumstances. It turns out they are just an average store owner with their hearts set on winning that prize money. Who would have guessed you'd find such tough opponents from just in town? Travelers should get ready to take on opponents in one-on-one duels.
Aku ingin sampai mau game doang sih.
Last but not least, we have an Ikebana event called the Floral Courtyard.
Apalagi?
Travelers will need to follow a florist theme.
Ya nanam lagi. Ya aduh, gue benci nanam pohon. Sedang menunggu Arkon Piro, Prayo ya. Piro kok Prayo? Piro.
Ikebana is an art form, so when travelers are creating a floral courtyard, they need to incorporate their own interpretation of beauty.
So what you're saying is, if your courtyard is looking ugly, then you're probably doing it wrong.
I see you. Speaking of Ikebana, Ayaka is the sponsor behind the Ikebana event.
Ayaka, okay.
Ayaka's very skilled at Ikebana.
Of course he is.
You know, she invests in the promotion of this event every year, and that it's one of her greatest joys.
Yep, that sounds like Ayaka.
2006 tuh Minecraft sama Cooking Mama. Cooking Mama, okay.
After participating in all 4 of these special event game modes and reaching certain criteria, travelers will be able to invite Shincho to join their team for free. So, don't forget to try out all the events.
Able to invite
Maybe you'll
Shincho.
find a new favorite.
Yeay, Shincho ikut C1. Yeay.
Everyone should be sure to have a good look around the festival.
Kenapa
The
nggak
streets of
rumah ya?
Rito will be specially decorated throughout the Iridori Festival,
Kenapa?
so everyone can enjoy the lively and exciting atmosphere.
That's right. This is one festival you won't want to miss.
Oh no.
I won't.
I want. Juga
Version
kata.
2.6 will also be
Apalagi nih?
featuring an event for travelers who enjoy spending time in the kitchen. The event is called Spices from the West.
Di sini aku ngincernya Primo Games, Mora, XP sama Weapon Accession sih. Lumayan yang meriam ini lumayan pak. Ya daripada ngelawan di Tansion Mission gimana gitu lupa gue yang meriam nih dapat dari mana lupa gue.
If there's food involved, I'm sure Paimon won't be far off.
Paimon.
It's me, Paimon, and I'm hungry.
Oh no. New seasoning recipes will gradually unlock over the
Apalagi
course
suruh
of the
masak.
event.
Kemarin jadi
All the
bartender, sekarang
recipes
jadi
will be
masak.
available
Oke.
before the event ends. When you begin making the seasonings, the needle on the slider will move back and forth from edge to edge. Follow the instructions given
Suruh
on the
masak
recipe
beneran pak,
and
suruh
press
masak
the
beneran
button
pak.
as the
Ya
needle
Allah.
points to the corresponding ingredient to add them to the pot. And just as a reminder to everyone, there is a limit to the amount of mistakes you can make while creating a seasoning. So be sure to make the best of each chance with as little mistakes as possible. Otherwise, you'll have to start over again. Add the correct number of ingredients before you use up all your attempts, and you will succeed.
So, Zach, what you're saying is for this event, the pressure cooker is on. I had to, I'm sorry.
Oh
That was
gosh.
good, but it also hurt at the same time.
That was, that was quite fire, as they say.
Oh, please help me.
But seriously, like, gosh, this looks like we'll need little hand-eye coordination for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
The heat is on.
Oh, no. What did I start?
Okay, guys. So, by adding seasonings, you created 2 delicious dishes. You can obtain fragrant dishes. Travelers may invite characters to taste test the fragrant dishes in their Serenity Pod to increase their companionship XP. Just keep in mind that the character's personal preferences also.
Bisa dikasih. Wow, oke. Akhirnya bakal aku makan.
It'll be the perfect opportunity to test how well travelers really know their characters.
Yeah.
Do a little studying.
In version 2.6,
Apalagi
we'll be
banyak
receiving
banget
a
pak
new
Primo Games
challenge
pak.
event called Vibro Crystal Research.
Primo Games
We'll
banyak
find
pak.
a
Besok
researcher
pak.
from
Wih,
on the
alhamdulillah.
outskirts of the chasm, studying the harmonic motion transmitted between gems known as vibro crystals. If we connect
Beberapa asisten lagu
transmitter
loh.
and receiver crystals
Lumayan.
and attempt to produce various effects, then we can defeat the enemies and obtain great rewards.
In case that's a little confusing, why don't you explain what the transmitter and receiver crystals are first and what kind of effects the reactions can make?
Oh, right. Sure thing. So, after the player
Ya
configures their
ginian
own
lagi.
vibro crystal setup, they will obtain different combat buffs.
Okay.
Transmitter crystals govern the triggers for the buff effects, and receiver crystals will trigger the buffs once the conditions are met.
Oh.
This all sounds very scientific.
Did you pull that out of your sleeve
He
again?
still has boba?
I always have boba.
Apa sih
Why
boba?
aren't you sharing?
Because this is my boba.
You can still share.
We'll see.
Oh, please, with your sister.
Okay,
Please.
let's get back to it.
Okay.
So,
Ini bisa
each
Hayato
challenge
minum
is split
boba.
into 2 battles, which will require travelers to compose 2 teams for the challenge, as well as different vibro crystal setups.
Wih,
Of course, the
septor.
game will also provide some
Anjing,
trial
mati
characters
semua,
to
Pak.
help everyone
200.000,
complete
oke.
the challenge. Defeating
Ya
enemies
Allah.
will award points, and travelers will be given an insignia based on their score.
Pincunya DPS tuh.
It's gonna be awesome, so be sure to give it a shot.
Septor.
Yeah, sounds great.
Interesting.
In the new version, travelers will be receiving a commission from an Inazuman artist. She'll ask us to use the camera to take pictures of scenery in different nations as inspiration for her illustrations.
Seems like the traveler has literally gained the trust of people
Akhirnya aku bisa
everywhere.
menamakan ada 9.
That just means they're gonna be busy for a
Sebenarnya
very,
yang mana ya?
very long time.
Oh, hey, right.
In the
Sebenarnya
photo
yang
notes,
penting
we'll be able to see comments from the
DPS-nya
artist and
kuat sih.
understand her requirements to complete the photo.
Oh, capturing landscapes for inspiration. Sounds pretty elegant.
And you would know about being elegant.
Yeah, duh.
Yah,
This
nyuruh
event will
moto-moto.
definitely be on the
Oh
more relaxing
itu.
side of things. What could be better than exploring and earning primo gems?
Oh, yeah.
Asik.
And travelers will definitely find a
Oke,
ton
bisa
of
gitu.
great photo spots
Pakai
to remember
baal
the
deh.
process.
And finally, in
Ini banget
addition to
eventnya,
all
makanya ini
the
banyak banget
events
eventnya
we've
nih.
already mentioned, Leyline Overflow will be returning once again for version 2.6.
Nice.
Leyline.
Travelers can watch for future announcements for more details. You definitely don't want to miss the chance to get some more Mora and character EXP materials.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. All right. I think that just about does it for all the events we have coming our way in
Oh
version
iya, sahabat Abdul, halo.
2.6. Next,
Banyak banget
let's
eventnya.
talk about some system updates and optimizations to the
System.
game. First, we have an optimization to the game's mobile version.
Mantap,
After
banyak
the
event
update,
Primo Games,
travelers will
guys.
be able to tap and hold on the icons of the characters in their party to quickly bring up the party setup menu.
Ah, ini yang
Nice.
mobile.
So it'll be way easier for the mobile players to open up their party setup and do some changes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Ah.
also, there will be multiple improvements coming to the tutorials archive system, making it easier for travelers to reference.
Oh, cool.
Ah.
First, the tutorial icon will always stick next to the minimap on the upper left for new players, making it easier to access the tutorials archive.
Ah.
Plus, players will be able to quickly locate the tutorials they viewed recently, and the system will even remember where in the tutorial you last left off. Finally, in the Living Beings archive, the tutorial button will be adjusted to a more obvious location.
That all sounds pretty handy.
Gila.
Yeah.
Ih, lucu gitu deh.
stuff.
Selainnya
And
walaupun
last but
ngeselin tapi lucu
certainly
sih.
not least, during version 2.6, Genshin Impact will be releasing the second OST album for the Inazuma region, Islands of the Lost and Forgotten.
Yes.
The album will be comprised of a total of 3 discs featuring music from Seirai Island, Watatsumi Island, Surumi Island, and
Wah,
Enkanomiya, as well
gila,
as some
gok.
epic combat music.
Oh,
Apa-apa
can't
dilakukan untuk
wait.
Baifu.
I hope everyone will enjoy listening to that gorgeous music.
I know I will.
Nah. Ih, lagunya. Oh, yang lagu ini. Bagus tuh. Lagu Inazuma, lagu Genshin gak copyright kan? Sampai copyright awas loh. Ini bagus nih lagu ini. Oh, ini yang mencekam. Oh iya, karena di itu ya. Di NK ya ini ya. Udah, ini lagu-lagu doang nih berarti. Udah.
I'm out of boba. Oh, and we've come to the end of the version 2.6 special program.
No.
What? I was
I
just gonna
know.
ask you for some boba.
Sorry, all
I
gone.
thought you kept so many in your sleeve. What
Now
happened to
they're all
all
in
of
my-
them?
They're in my tummy.
Oh, you could have shared. But as Ayaka would say,
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
I know, right? But hey, it won't be that long before the next version drops.
That's right.
10 hari.
So, I'm really excited for everything. I'm excited for everybody to meet Ayato.
Ya, aku bakalan gacha
I'm
Yato
really
sampai
excited
dapet
to
sih.
explore
Wah,
this
gak
spooky
bener
chasm.
sih. Berarti Baal tuh,
There's a lot of cool
wah,
stuff coming out in this version.
parah banget berarti
Yeah,
Genshin.
I'm also,
Aduh.
of course, looking forward to Ayato. I finally get to meet my brother, which is super exciting for me. I also am really looking forward to the soundtrack just because, oh man, the music in this game is so good.
Yes.
It'll be cool getting to, just chill out
Chill out.
and listen to it. And oh man, I just can't wait.
Yeah. And not only am I excited for the chasm area, but also the story. I'm curious to see what Dainsleif is doing.
Nah, ini
back
kenapa ya,
and
Di?
how the traveler will interact with him. And also, you guys rock this special program. It's been so much fun doing this with you.
Thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
It was super fun.
Yeah. So the new version will be landing on March 30th. Be sure to mark your calendars and be ready to play.
30.
And we hope everyone will enjoy
30.
all that 2.6
Oh, 11
has to
hari
offer.
lagi.
I look forward to seeing everyone enjoy the festival in Inazuma.
Yeah. And just a reminder, travelers can keep an eye out for future official announcements for more information on the
Skip
coming
sih
version.
saya nunggu air
Alright,
lariran.
well,
Kalau
that's
gak
it for us
nabung
today.
PT banner
Thanks
Wipen.
everybody,
Thank
and
you.
see you in game.
Thanks, guys.
See ya. Bye.
Dadah. Well, wah, nah, tadi si Nakatoshi tanyain senjatanya ya. Bentar. Aku ada senjatanya. R5, gue sampai nolep banget itu 3 hari ya. 3 hari apa yang offering of darkness itu sampai gue mau bego anjir ya, walaupun ada ganyu ada ganyu enak sih gue sih. Tapi kayak ya 3 hari Pak, satu hari itu satu island sebenarnya bisa sehari 3 island itu sebenarnya bisa. Tapi itu nolep banget Pak. Kayak gitu. Kalau aku nabung PT aja sih. Nabung PT buat karakter baru lah. Karakter baru Ayato kalau dapat ya Masya Allah berarti ya. Kalau dapat berarti Masya Allah Hayato. Oke, kalau dapat Ayato gitu loh. Kalau enggak paling aku nunggu siapa ya, Kazuha aja. Aku nunggu riranya Kazuha. Sebenarnya ya Kazuha sih, karena sebenarnya ganyu pengen ganti ya. Atau enggak sebenarnya aku pengen ganti tim juga sih. Shinkyu kah? Atau Xiangling, tapi Xiangling di sana berarti itu Shinkyu, waduh agak kurang sih. Gantian dari yang dulu saya ke tahu Pak. ya dulu kan biasanya aku ya yang ke sana ya, sekarang kamu yang ke sini gitu kan. Aku World 7 sih, cepet sebenarnya, hitungannya cepet loh. Salah. Kok bego gini? Ya kepencet. Ya. Kok full screen? Kok di hide di show? Nah, OBS kadang bego. Tapi sebenarnya aku ini Vinta mati sih. Sebenarnya aku cepet juga loh udah AR itu. Sebenarnya cepet juga sih. Ini kan tiba-tiba loh udah AR gitu segitu kan.